Yeah. Yo, what is the deal? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone out there that's going to be viewing this live broadcast as it transmit from here at my amazing apartment. It's your player partner, man, Bobby WAJ, and we're going to get into some content today, man. We're gonna get into some content. Will this content be rooted in some slight controversy? Most definitely. Yeah. But we gotta have this conversation, man. I feel like it is important for us to have had this conversation. But I'm gonna allow YouTube to do what it is that YouTube does when YouTube does what it is that they do. Send out those notifications, get some people in here to view this live broadcast as I transmit from right here where I be at when I be at doing the things that I be doing where I be at and all this and all that, like right. Before we get into the content, man, I want to send an amazing shout out to BG Knockout, Miss Valencia, and BG Knockout's brother, man. I forget the name of the brother. I want to send a major shout out to the big homegirl Sassy, her daughter Coco the Loco or Loco Coco Loco. Want to send a major shout out to my player partner Johnny Lavelle. Want to send a major shout out to to the player partner that I met last night. I want to send a shout out to everybody, man. Shirley Pop, everybody that I was able to meet and have some and amazing conversations with last night, man. I went out and chilled with my player partner, BG Knockout, did a podcast with him, did a segment with him, not a segment, but did an episode of his BG Knockout TV podcast situation. Y'all make sure y'all go support BG Knockout, man. BG Knockout, for those who don't know, was Easy E's little bro. Not biologically, but just Easy E introducing him to the world on the rap scene and all this and all that. The brother got some amazing content, very intellectual brother. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. But without further ado, man, P Face is this young Serenio Southsider, a young Southsider. That's a Mexican gang member that's located within Los Angeles County, and various parts of Southern California and the small parts of Northern California. He's a Southsider. When he was younger, I really don't want to give it to y'all. I really want to just show the content and then y'all can see what his infractions is. But what I am going to say is us as a people, we have to stop tolerating disrespect. And I'm gonna be a buck with you because I fuck with you. I'm not going to say that it'll sit right with me or that it's okay, but I think I will be better able to accept and understand a racist white person saying F N words because we have centuries of being at odds with these individuals. We know what they feel about us, not all of them, but the mass majority. Even some of the ones who don't express their racist views or their prejudices and whatnot to us, we still know that they benefit from white privilege. We still know that they have a certain um perception of us, even though they don't vocalize it, but they look at us a certain type of way. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the thing, man. If an individual saying that they like blacks and they're cool with blacks and they're about the embedment of black people, and you don't call out racism or hold your people accountable for their racist views, their racist behaviors, their racist policies against black folks, then you ain't no better than your people because you're co-signing it by not being proactive to change things to where we can eradicate racism. That's my perception. But today, what we're talking about is a racist Hispanic, and there has been several of them that has expressed their racial viewpoints on black folks while at the same time fighting, pushing, um trying to climb their way into the hip hop community. When you look at some of these younger Hispanics nowadays, you really can't tell them apart from the young brothers. And I'm talking about dress wise, fashion. What we do, how we do what it is that we do, they emulate it, they replicate it, and they imitate it. So how could you be so hateful towards blacks? Where does this disdain come from? I know where it come from. I'm just asking y'all, a thought-provoking question. For individuals who are not from California, like I just talked to the brothers from VA, shout out VA, and I just talked to the brother from Eastside Detroit, shout out to all my people out there in Detroit, to where they don't understand. Even my partner last night from Cleveland, we was rapping, having conversations. I am fresh faced. What is the dinner nail, man? Jojo Bond. Wait, hold on, man. I say, man. I know that ain't my partner. You heard me? Yeah, I think that's the homie Joe Dirty. If that's Joe Dirty, what's up, Haiti? If that ain't Joe Dirty, man, welcome to the platform. We appreciate you, coming in, tapping in, and all this and all that. So who is P-Face? I'm going to give you your introduction into this suck ass nigga named P-Face, dog. It vexed me. It irritates the fuck out of me when individuals try to steal our fashion. When individuals try to replicate, imitate everything that we do, but yet you can go on the internet and you can say F words to black folks, to where you can come and say, if my daughter came home with a black foot, I'd be like, what the Well, you can openly express your disdain, your hatred, your animosity towards black folks, but at the same time, simultaneously jocking, emulating, and trying to replicate everything that we do. So how do you hate us so much? You don't see me going around my community saying, yeehaw, we're going to kill us some niggers to die. Nah. You don't hear me listening to the music that the KKK listen to. You don't see me putting on a white hood and saying, yeah, we're going to get some niggers tonight, buddy. Nah, you don't see me doing that. You don't see me painting certain images on my body of the Vikings and the Iron Cross and other ensembles and symbols that they put on their body. You don't see me adorning my body with these type of tattoos and artwork. You don't hear me saying and all that. You don't know. I don't do that. Even though we contributed to all genres of music, there's not a genre of music on the face of this earth that we have not had some type of contribution to. But it's not a part of this community. You don't hear me singing, "Ay, cariñitos en miran, bonita." You don't see me doing that. I listen to what I listen to. I'm not chocolate uno. I'm not trying to come in and steal certain things of y'all culture, exploit it, and then no. So why y'all do it to us? And I'm not saying that I hate Hispanics, and I'm not saying that I hate anybody. It's just not what I gravitate towards. The KKK, in case you have forgotten, lynched my people. The KKK, in partnership or under disguise, or the Democratic Party, under the disguise of hoods, calling themselves the KKK, went into black communities and devastated them. What they into, I'm not into. What they like, I don't like. The only thing that I like that they like is them having one shared agenda. How do we reserve as much as we can the purity of our bloodline? How do we preserve our position of power? How do we advance the race as a whole? Not just Italians, not just Germans, not just the Russians that come over here who identify with, the Anglo-Saxon community, not the Irish, not just the Irish who they used to consider Negroes or niggas. They looked at the Irish in the same fashion that they looked at black folks. But they think now, how do we push the white race? Now that they've been all unified under the umbrella of being white, all that, you feel what I'm saying? They're trying to see how do they push their race forward. They're not populating like they used to. Genetic codes are shifting. A lot of things is changing. The paradigms are changing, and things can change in our favor if we can just unify. What the fuck is we waiting on? But without further ado, I don't want to, get too digress too far away from the topic. And the topic is, this is what it is right here, man. P-Face, the little Vato that couldn't break into the music industry because you came on here, you said, fuck Watts. Oh, and we riding for that. If any of my homies, and I don't try to throw my weight around and be big dog and all this and all that, but if any of my homies collaborate and do any music with you, it's gonna be problems, it's gonna be issues. They gonna have to answer to that. If any of my homies allow you to pay them or persuade them to come into imperial courts, it's going to be consequences behind that. It's going to be some shit the motherfuckers got to answer to, and that's on PJ. You're not welcome in the imperial courts. I wish that more brothers from Watts chime in and say, you know what, you ain't welcome in our section either. You and any other racist Soranios, whether entertainers or street thugs, street gang members, street gang bangers, no, fuck that, nigga. We stand for something, we fall for any motherfucking thing, cuz, and that just is what it is. See, and we just had an intellectual conversation last night as brothers at this amazing event that BG Knockout, shout out BG Knockout, that BG Knockout put out. And you had brothers from everywhere, homie, not just hoods, but different states that's coming and saying, man, we agree. How do we move this forward? How do we progress as a people? How do we get the cancers from amongst us? Get the fuck out of here. How do we move this vehicle forward? And we just had some organic, authentic conversations, and we all agree. Nobody should be able to make disrespectful statements against our people, our mothers, our cousins, our sisters, our daughters, and then come into our community, come in and emulate our culture, and we accept them like it's cool. No. At some point in time, we have to set a precedence and say, no, we ain't taking that shit no more. You can't disrespect a black woman, a black child, a black man, or black people collectively as a whole, and then come back and say, I'm sorry. No, keep your sorry ass at where you was at when you made those disparaging comments and remarks against my people. Get your bitch ass over there. Eminem did it. And being that it was a money move and in a political move, Russell Simmons, who don't speak for all of the people, he say, well, on the behalf of the hip-hop community, or whatever he said, on behalf of the hip-hop community, I would like to say that the black people, we have forgiven Eminem for his racial remarks. No, the fuck we haven't. Tell Cud to go to Watts, Compton, South Central, Harlem, Brooklyn, Detroit, one of these places, and do something for black children. Start a state-of-the-art studio. Do something that these kids can benefit from, that can get these kids out of the streets. We talk about, and I'm very vocal about my PTSD. What about the PTSD of the little homies? What about me being a kid and you being a kid and you hear them blacka bluka blacka bluka blacka blacka, and you run outside and there's one of your people out there stretched, blank expression on the face. You don't think that's traumatizing? It could make a mother, as I have expressed several times, it can make a motherfucker a hermit, a recluse. I think that's the word, recluse. It can make you a hermit, or it can make you strive to get that same type of veneration, get that same type of respect that the person that hit him with the slugs got. And if the person that hit him with the slugs, hold on, forgive me, got a call coming through. Got a 1 o'clock interview. Got a 1 o'clock interview. It's time for real individuals to start getting real individual reparations, homie. We give these fraudulent we give these fraudulent ass niggas these you gotta pay to play type ass niggas too much acknowledgement, cuz it's time for us to change the dynamics. As I always say and express, don't wait until it's your little people out there stretched out with that blank expression or no expression at all. Don't wait till them slugs hit close to home for you to say, man, I wish. No, nigga. Let's stop the wishing and become proactive, nigga. Let's change the dynamics. We have the power to change the dynamics. Only you can prevent forest fires. Let's prevent this forest fire. But without further ado, man, let's get into this shit, man. The little Vato that couldn't. This coward sucker motherfucker named P-Face, man. And here we are, man. Let's get into this content. Shout out to Political Street Views. I think that's the name. Even though you said some, you know what I mean? I forgive you, brother. It's all love, man. I appreciate you even just finding me worthy enough for you to do a segment on me. You know, thank you, brother. I feel like you was biased as a motherfucker, but it's cool. Let me see. Yeah, this is right here. Check out this fucking chavala. What are you gonna? Would you get a load of this?
Face baby, and how this young Mexican rapper done got himself in the deep end of LA street politics. Before the music and internet antics, he was known to be from CV 117, but that didn't last long.
Hood hopping.
Word is, he started hood hopping, trying to find where he really fit in, looking for a place to plant his flag. Eventually, he found a home, but by that time, he had already stirred up way too much noise. The drama really kicked off when P-Face took to the internet and started dissing Crips and black people, all for clout. He was making wild statements, going live, throwing up signs, and popping off like he had a point to prove.
Look at the chain Cuz got on. Look at the chain Cuz got on. When Hispanics start wearing rollies, when Sureños start wearing rollies. Look at this little bitch ass nigga, Cuz. A motherfucker slapped the shit out of Cuz and knock him out. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dog. You want to play this tough guy role, but I can understand it. Let's get into it.
But here's the problem. He wasn't ready for the smoke that came with that kind of talk. This wasn't just rap beef. He was stepping into real street territory, disrespecting whole sets and cultural lines that people don't take lightly. Then he popped up on No Jumper recently and ended up in the same room as Young Ant. Instead of falling back or keeping it chill, he banged on Ant, like he forgot everything he'd been saying online about Crips and black folks. That clip hit the net fast, and the comments went crazy. Everybody was asking the same thing. Why didn't Ant or Munchie B press him? Why they let him slide? Now, me personally, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't see the clips. Maybe they wasn't tapped in enough to know who.
Pause. And you know, this is what I'm gonna say. I seen a segment that the homie Compton Rick Rock, shout out to Compton Rick Rock, seen a segment that Compton Rick Rock put out there. And let's just give the benefit of the doubt and say that Mr. Stagman, Mr. Accusations didn't know, and Brother Munchie B, these brothers didn't know. We can give the brothers that they didn't know. You feel me? It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? No harm, no foul. But this is the thing. If this sucker motherfucker knew that he had the type of disposition or he had the stance that he doesn't like blacks and blacks is this, that, and third, nigga, why you ain't let that shit be known, you fucking coward? You fucking puta? Why you ain't let your feelings be known when you up there shaking hands and all this? But did he not let it be known? Could it be when he banged Compton Barrio Puto para Tada? When he banged like that, that could have been him dropping his nuts. Could that be in his way of saying, man, I really don't fuck with you fools. This right here, this is a promo run. This is politics. This is shaking hands and kissing babies type shit. You know what I mean? But the thing is, homie, we need to start really gatekeeping, cuz. We need to start keeping motherfuckers out of our communities, out of our music, out of our neighborhoods, homie. If you don't belong here, then don't come here. But let's get back into the content. I got a few more things I'm gonna point out as this motherfucker go by.
Lil dude was. Let's not forget, this kid young, real young. He might not have even been on their radar yet. But now he out there, all over the place, and the streets watching. In this segment, we about to break down what got P-Face thrown in the deep end, how he got his feet whooped before for doing too much, and why certain lines can't be crossed, even for internet fame. Truth be told, P-Face wasn't cut from the cloth it take to gangbang. That lifestyle, it ain't for everybody, and Lil Dude found that out the hard way. He was getting pressed and beat up left and right, by his own people and others too.
Fucking victim.
The politics, the discipline, the expectations, it all started weighing on him. And one day, he had enough. He said, "I'm out of here," and dipped on the whole hood. But the way he did it? Straight out a movie, or maybe a novella. The young aspiring cholo rapper did the unthinkable. He faked his own death. No cap. He thought he had a master plan to run away and start over fresh. Sorry, Holmes, it don't work like that. This wasn't just a quiet exit. He created a fake Instagram page and even wrote a letter like he was gone for real. It was some next level running from the fade type behavior.
Watch this though. PJ.
And let's
look at the nigga in the red. Do he look familiar? Look at the dude in the back in the yellow and black. Y'all see them niggas, right? The nigga right here in the red, I don't know if you can see my cursor circling his face. And the dude right here directly in back of this pussy face. This dude. Y'all familiar with them dudes, right? Y'all know who them dudes is, right? Where we come from, if I'm affiliated and associated with a rival faction to, let's just say, on a Renanils, Let's Pop About It TV says, "Yup, Blanco." Let's Pop About It TV say 4 extras. Nah, that ain't 4 extras in the back. That's that little Hispanic dude from a Southern Vato that's in Northern California. Yeah, Gabara Yahala Yasharala says, yeah, they was in the 40s for that video too. Now, if it was a black dude, right? Just say me, for instance. If I'm politicking with the Hoovers and I'm in a video and I'm, you know what I mean, you know, doing all this and all that and all this, right? And then if I go over there and try to align myself with the 40s or do some work with the 40s, how you think the 40s will receive me? On PJ, let's just be honest, cuz. If I'm politicking with the Hoovers and I'm in a videos like this, and the Hoover dude who video I'm in, he say some very disrespectful things towards the neighborhoods and towards the 40s, and then I go over there and try to politic with the 40s, how you think the 40s gonna receive me? What type of welcome do you think I get? Do you think I get a warm reception? Do you think they embrace me with open arms? But these are the same dudes that's fucking with this dude Pussyface that has made videos saying F niggers, F crabs, F Watts. These are the same niggas, cuz. See, let's just get back into that. It's just, homie, sometimes I be at a loss for words. The level of hatred that we express towards one another, the minute and minuscule bullshit that we hold against each other, but we let others commit these infractions. We allow others to associate and affiliate with those who oppose us, and we don't hold them to the same standards in the same G code that we hold a motherfucker that's black. That's whack as fuck, cuz. I'm at a point I don't give a fuck about motherfuckers rebuttaling. I don't give a fuck about motherfuckers saying Bobby Ye is this and Bobby Ye is that. Like, fuck that, cuz. I don't give a fuck if niggas. Let me be responsible with my words, cuz I don't want to say some shit that could create some shit. But I will say this, cuz if your homie is in this internet space doing some bunk bullshit, and I highlight that shit and I address it and call it out, if you feel played or you feel some type of way, so be it. It is what it is, homie. Because I'm pushing for universal blackness. What you pushing for? If you ain't on what I'm on, then there's something wrong with you. And that's just the truth, cuz. The expectations, the boundaries, the limitations, and the restrictions that we put on one another, we don't enforce that on others. Like, that's some asinine bullshit. That's fugazi as fuck. That's crazy. Why we don't hold these motherfuckers to the same standard? Cuz that behavior is unacceptable, my nigga. But we gonna get back into the content, and I'm gonna show you who these jokers is. Y'all don't welcome certain blacks that's this, that, and third, but these Hispanics can come in y'all hood and big chill and roll the fingers and do all this and do the, do the Macarena and, like, what the fuck going on? Let's get into the content. Fuck P-Face.
Let's be honest, them ass whoopings had to be crucial. You don't go to those lengths unless the pressure got unbearable.
See blank.
This wasn't just about street stuff either. From the way he worded that letter, it sounded like heartbreak and betrayal mixed in one. Some folks say the letter was basically written to his girl, like a last goodbye, telling her don't let nobody take his place, saying how this life he living is too much for him every day. That ain't just physical pain, that's emotional wreckage.
Righteous.
You could tell he was trying to find peace somewhere, but this ain't the kind of world where you can fake a fade and just vanish.
Right.
Especially not when cameras on you and the internet keep receipts. That letter felt like a cry for help and a silent exit plan all in one. Problem is, the streets don't forget, and neither does the internet. At first, Lil Dude had a few people fooled. The fake death stunt actually worked for a second. Folks was confused, some even showed concern, but it ain't take long before people started connecting the dots. Once the dust settled, questions came in heavy. Yo, what happened? That note real? You good? But the crazy part, he never responded. He ain't explained nothing. Straight ghosted. Instead of clearing the air, P-Face pulled up to the corner store and grabbed a damn buzzball. Yeah, a little green joint to knock the edge off. Nerves must have been shot, brain probably doing laps.
Do you have a car? Do you have a clean?
What y'all thinking and what y'all feel about this, man? Hold on, let me get this back cracking and let's get into the situation. Like, cuz this shit is crazy. Motherfuckers hate us, but they imitate us. That's a form of fucking insanity, bro. You know what I mean? Like this, hold on, cuz this shit is just man, it's mind-boggling, cuz, but this is the world that we live in. To what he's saying, a man can be a woman. How? How the fuck can a man be a woman? He can be a woman. No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he can't. Yes, he can be a woman. How the fuck can he be a woman? If he could be a woman, then he wouldn't be a he would be a she. Oh, she can be a man. No, she can't. Yes, she can. No, she can't. Yes, she can. What do she have? Does she have a pussy or does she have a dick? Well, she identifies as one. No. I can identify as a millionaire, but when I get on this motherfucker and check my account, whoa, it ain't that much up in there, bucko. So, you know what I mean? So we got to start, you know what I mean? Like, facing the facts of it. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all hate us. Y'all hate us, but y'all imitate us. And it's crazy because, hear me out. And I don't mean no disrespect, homie. I'm gonna be as frank and as rigorously honest as I possibly can be. Their culture doesn't move forward, doesn't advance unless our culture move forward. On Steve-O, on Mike, hear me out. This is real. You tell me some advancements that their culture made without us contributing to it. Name it. Put it out there. Please put it out there. Even when we talk about low riding, they say, oh, no, we were low riding first. No. There was a lot going on around that time. The black folks was working and fucking with these white boys who was dropping their cars low, right? That was a low rider. Now, it's a difference. It's a slight difference. I feel like people use this term interchangeably. Low riding, bouncing that motherfucker, jacking it up and all that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? What the white boys was doing when it was working at the airport or a military airport, installation or something like that, they were taking the hydraulic bags or some bags and the car go up and the car go real low. That was the introduction of cars doing like this and cars doing like that. See, initially, everybody used to drop their cars real low. The police said, no more low riding. That's bad. And then you got the blacks doing it. And then you're also doing it with the Mexicans. No, that's bad. but it was Mexicans, it was blacks, it was Asians, it was white folks that developed this culture or this style of decorating your car. Hear me out, right? So when they drop the cars low, the police used to trip on that. So when they see the police, what they start doing is putting a whoop 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 on it. So when black said, "Okay, yeah, man, this is for some for show shit, but this is how I want you to do mine. Make that motherfucker do this, bow, bow. Make that motherfucker do like this and do like that, and make that motherfucker do like that." And now you got the low riding culture, K system. Okay, but let's get back to the content, man. I ain't want all that motherfucking all that and all that, you know what I mean, in my shit. You feel me? So I stop it, do a little commentating, and then we get back to it. But everybody that's ruined this broadcast, man, I truly appreciate y'all, man. On the Renanelle, let's get back into the content, man. Pussy face.
Appeared from the scene for a minute. No new posts, no lives, no drama, silence. Then out of nowhere, boom, he pops back up.
Fuck.
New hood, new people, new colors. Just like that. But here's where it gets sticky. Word is, he never got put off his original hood, so the streets started asking, did he really fake his death just to slide into BLP? That's wild if true. From what people say, he only got put onto the first set because he was living around them, not because he really earned it. Just a little dude trying to fit in wherever he could. But once they peeped he wasn't built for it, it was over. Folks said he was a muffin, soft in the center, trying to act hard on the surface. And in LA gang culture, especially as an outsider, you gotta go above and beyond just to stay afloat. P-Face wasn't the exception. They pressed him every time they saw him, made him do beer runs by himself. No backup, no homies, just him out there trying to prove he was down.
That's true.
And even then, nobody took him serious. Once P-Face got down with BLP, that's when he decided it was time to flip the switch.
Right.
He started rapping and pushing this new tough guy image like all that goofy stuff never happened. Boo Boo Records CEO, like he was finna build an empire off this new persona. But the problem was his past.
But this bullshit ass persona that he's creating for himself, we seen this shit before, man. This is Blueface. This nigga stole Blueface shit and you know what I mean? Latinized it, you know, Chicano-fied it. I can create words too, to the brother who created that word stagnant and with accusations and, you know, pay validity. I can create words too. So before he Latinized it and Chicano-fied it, I just made those words right here today. So wait, is those real words? I'm gonna research that, but I believe that I just coined those phrases right here today. But we didn't seen this shit before, dog. You the Hispanic version of Blueface. Like, this shit lacks originality. It's no true creativity going into this image that this little dude is creating. Man, fuck this little dude. Get back into the content.
Past ain't just go away. It kept catching up to him every time he stepped outside. See, everybody knew what time it was with P-Face. The streets knew, the internet knew. Hell, even his grandma knew he was a buster. You can't erase those fades, that fake death letter, and all the beer runs. That stuff don't just disappear because you dropped a freestyle. But he tried it anyway. He started doing those hood vlogs, trying to make it look like he was really active in the set, walking around the block like he owned it, when in reality, he was basically a tourist with a camera. Now don't get it twisted, the lil dude's super polite, real respectful. That's why folks say, sit down, P-Face. Not even on no hate, just facts. He's still trying to find himself out here as a young man in these scandalous streets, the city cold, and for someone who jumped in the water before learning to swim, it's gonna take time. He might bump his head a few more times in the process, but eventually, he gonna figure something out. Hopefully before it's too late. After them hood vlogs picked up some traction online, he ended up landing a spot at No Jumper. That's when folks really started paying attention. The comment section went up. People were digging into his past, pulling up old lives, old videos, old dirt. Now the whole internet watching him. Not just the music, but his every move. He put himself in the spotlight. Now he got to stand in it.
This shit is crazy.
If you're
like this shit is beyond my, you know, ability to understand this shit is beyond. Hold on, man.
Sorry. His interview is coming out. It's gonna change the game.
Just no raggedy hood rat.
All right, Ant, bro. P-Face, the hardest out.
Yup, much big.
We from in Compton?
Yeah, I'm from Eastside Compton.
What hood?
Compton BLP, Compton Barbaros, probably.
All right, 83rd Street.
That's what's happening, man. Shout out Compton.
Let's keep it real. If he couldn't handle the pressure from the dudes in his own hood, he damn sure can't stand in front of young Ant Lil homies. They would have chewed that boy like lunch. Ain't no way they let none of that inner.
I'm a street dude, right? I'm gonna pause this. I wish I had the mechanism and the technology to circle certain things and all that, but I'm gonna pause this, right? And I want y'all to tell me what y'all notice about this shit that I just paused. Hold on. Let me see how I can make it bigger. Boom, right there. I'm gonna give it a minute. Beautifully blessed. Beautifully blessed. In this moment, right now, I fucking love you on the reels. Yeah. Me and the homie was just talking like, man, listen, homie. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody is going to go around and get hurt terribly bad at no jumper soon. Oh, my mama. But this is the thing, Adam, you orchestrating this shit like the ringleader. And we all know, even in the circus, sometimes the tigers and the lions get tired and say, man, fuck this, nigga, come here. Rah. Sometimes they try that they ain't got the correct safety measures to prevent these lions and these bears and tigers from going crazy and jumping in the crowd and just start mauling. I'm tired. Rah. Yeah. Somebody's going to fuck around and get hurt at no jumper, dog. Now, let's just theoretically speak, right? Let's just say Munchie B or Brother Young and Hefe or Brother Munchie B or even his homie or even Young and Hefe homie in the background. Just imagine they had heard the video or seen the video or heard the audio of him saying FN words and this, that, and third and whoopty wop and all that. And they wanted to holler at him about that. Like, what's up with this? Like, and imagine if he responded with aggression. If he dropped his nuts like, yeah, fool, I said it and whoop whoop and all that. Because mind you, he got homies there too. And you think the thing that we clearly see, I'm not going to say because, oh man, Bobby Ye's over there snitching. No. But whatever we presume he has or assume he has, right? Just imagine if the situation got heated. And now dudes is drawing things and all this. Man, that could have went bad as a motherfucker. Adam, what the fuck is you doing, big dog? If this type of situation doesn't open the eyes of Brother Young and Hefe and Brother Munchie B, then what will? This could have potentially went bad because it got all the key components and all the key ingredients. So now I'm thinking like, damn. You know, we all street cats, and when we address dudes and we interact with dudes, the first thing we do is what? Look at the motherfucker. If they got it on the jacket, looking at the pockets. Is there any, obvious bulge in the pockets? Look at the hip area. Look at the pants pocket. Is this motherfucker packing? Do this motherfucker have intentions on potentially doing some harm to me? So maybe they make, Munchie B, his blind ass can see. And I don't mean that with any malice. That motherfucker can see. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Munchie B can see. But did they see him, clutching whatever he was clutching and say, well, fuck it, I'm going to just let him go. And then when the little dude in his entourage left, then that's when, the Brother Young and Hefe, the homies want me to leave this dude alone. In this battle of wits between myself and him, I'm battling an unarmed man. So it's not cool. So for me to continue to commentate on this dude, man, it'll be bullying. I am not a bully. So until something else transpire that I feel is of significance and should be addressed because it pertains or it affects our people or the image that individuals have of our people, I ain't got nothing else to say about that dude. Nothing else to say about it. But maybe this individual, I'm not going to say his name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe this individual but if you look right here, how could you not see it? How could you not see it? When he going to shake his hand, even in his freeze frame, you can see it. And I know that if we can see it and we from the streets, oh boy, know what it is too. The dude that I say that I'm not going to talk about no more. So is that why he used his rational thinking and allowed the little dude to get up out of there and then say, oh man, you know, when people usually bang on me like that, I whoopty woo whooping, whoopty wah 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 whopping all wah whopping all that. Maybe that's why he addressed it after the little dude left, because maybe, you know, whatever the case may be. But let's get back into the content. Dia, too humble to fumble. What is the dinner, queen? How the fuck are you feeling on this beautiful, beautiful, what day is today? On this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Much love and respect to you and yours. Beautifully blessed. Jojo Bean. Dia too humble. My partner, brother, I wanna use the correct terminology. Is a Hebrewic. Your Hebrewic name is challenging to pronounce, and I don't want to continue to mispronounce it. But I'm gonna just call you G or GY. GY, man, I appreciate you. Let's pop about the TV. I appreciate all y'all. Let's get back into this content. P-face baby, huh? I'm glad y'all, you know what I mean, y'all spotted that. Like,
Internet nonsense slide if they had seen what he was saying. This whole image he trying to push, hood vlogs, rapping tough, hanging with certain names,
that's
it got
crazy.
cracks in it.
Man, that's on Eastside PJ Watch Crip on Steve-O. Like, man, like, I be trying to watch things that I say. A key to 7 times TV. What is the deal? Peace and blessings, King. I got in a situation with a motherfucker that I'm sitting down, man. This is in my days of, you know, consuming pot of cocaine. I no longer do pot of cocaine. I am drug free. But a dude, Solo 310, has the PJ Watts ever beef with SA Hood? Before I speak on that, man, I want to holler at my G homies and, you know, see if it's cool that we can speak on that I can speak on that. You know what I mean? But what I will say, brother, excellent question. That's amazing. I appreciate that question. Please always feel free to jump in this motherfucker, stop by and ask any type of questions that you like to. That's a great question. What I will say is that there were several attempts that the Latinos in our community, the Hispanics in our community made to create a Southside PJ Watts 1-3. We're not doing that. The homies went above and beyond to let them know, no, we're not doing that over here. You either PJ Watch Crip or you're not nothing. So some of them aspire to go on the outskirts, the outer bricks, you know, the surrounding residential community and start different cliques and this, that, and third. No, belt to ass. Go now, belt to ass. What? No. Oh, okay. DP, you. Holla at cuz. Oh, what? Belt to ass. Go handle it. It was a small clique called ABK that was trying to operate within the circumference, the immediate vicinity, or in close proximity. See, these words just be coming like a motherfucker, man. But let me stop playing. I ain't gonna even troll nobody, cuz I was about to start trolling like a motherfucker. But getting back to what Solo 310 is what he asked, I'm gonna holler at the homies and see if I can come on here and answer that question for you. But I will say that there were several attempts that Sorenio Vato tried to move closer towards the PJs. Hey, you go, belt to ass. Now, there were certain little cliques that was trying to form. No, go now, belt to ass. Like certain streets, the homies move off of, and they're not occupied at that present moment in time. And a lot of people look at that as a open window to try to come over and do this and do that. Then what time cuz say was that interview cuz? All right. Fuck 1 o'clock. I gotta get up off this thing cuz got to download this club. Let me let this play while I work out the logistics behind downloading this and setting up an account and all that on Clubhouse.
Folks in the city know, and the moment somebody really pull his card on cam or in public, it's up. Ain't no coming back from that type of exposure. Now let's talk about the music, cause P-Face been working. He got tracks with Lefty Gunplay, Blanco 15, and Tommy Guns, plus some clean production from DJ Flip that really brought his sound together. Most of his visuals hitting 100K views or better, which ain't no small feat for an up-and-coming artist. His biggest track to date, that collab with Tommy Guns, sitting right under 1 million with 900K views, no gimmicks, just numbers. He ended up signing with OTR Records, which gave him more structure to push the music and keep the momentum going. You can tell he was trying to rebrand heavy, new image, better visuals, real features. The whole rollout felt calculated. But even with all that effort, folks still side-eyeing him. If you ask me, this Lil Cholo wannabe is influenced, if anything. I listened to a few of his joints, and honestly, he sound like he wanna be from a black set. His
Really?
delivery, the lingo, the cadence. It's all pulled straight from LA Crip culture. Like he grew up watching Banging on Wax videos or old YG tapes and tried to merge it with some barrio flair. That's the part that got the streets talking. He's walking a thin line between trying to represent a side and clearly borrowing another culture to get attention. And when you mix that with his past, the fake death, the gang hopping, the hood vlogs, it starts looking more like performance than reality. So now the real question, how long y'all think this facade gonna last? Cause every day he stay in the light, the more likely it is the streets catch up to the character he created. And when they do, it's no filter, no edit, no PR cleanup. Political street views, no fake news.
I want to share this with y'all because I showed y'all the Vatos that was in the video. Now look, watch this. These same Vatos is over here with this down ass fool named 4 Extras, dog. This is crazy.
In the streets though, look nigga in the hood, nigga sick though. Running down in the hood, we get sick though. Walk up on you nigga, what? Blow your face though. Hey your mama crying that fucking view though. Close cats can't see your face. Fucked up in the hood, you can't even see your face. I done get your mama a hard time and living though. Fucked up when you store Baylor's life though. What he said? My fault that you choose a life though.
That beat is crazy.
When I walk up on you, nigga, get the squeezing though. You fall on your knees in the hood and get the praying though. I show no love to no niggas in the streets though. It's the life that I chose in the street though. I'm just a killer on burning that streets though. Young nigga in the hood when you're first though. Got the devil in the hood with my anger. Put the edge on my back, sitting waiting, nigga. Got the devil in my motherfucking face though. Keep telling me in the hood, nigga, killed though. Nigga, brain sick, niggas fucked up. I done do too much shit, so I'm fucked up. I'm like, catch your ass late night, nigga slipping though. What you say? No motherfucking passes though. So it's a slap.
This dude be in all 4 extra videos, but you hanging with racists who say that they hate blacks and be dissing blacks and all this and all that. Like that shit is crazy. Hold on, let me set up this Clubhouse situation. Let me get up out of this. If y'all want to stick around, man, I think when I do this interview, I'ma just do that motherfucker on my shit too. Like, you feel me? I'm not very, very familiar with Clubhouse and all this and all that, but we gonna get into the shit. Enable permission, contact, see which friends are already here. Fuck it, let's do that. Mike, yeah, we got to do that. Notifications, I don't really want to be notified. Like, let me see. Oh, I guess I gotta highlight this shit. That's crazy. You gonna force a nigga to turn on notifications? That's crazy. Let's add your friends. Foxy Black. Who the fuck is Foxy Black? Oh, okay. All right. I got a few people. If they're not on the app yet, you will get connected when they join. Oh, damn, it's quite a few motherfuckers I know on this motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see, man. I see that crazy ass nigga Tom Bomb. Clubhouse Plus. I don't need all that shit. I'm just here to do an interview with Ken folks. Let me see. The link is not opening. Okay, hold on. I think it's good. Hold on. All right, see you at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I am currently about to do an interview with the brothers over there at Smut Free TV. You know what I mean? Can I go on motherfucking, let me see who's this. All right, for shake it out. That's good looking out. It's my good folks from the Joint Downs, my good people, man. Shout out to the Joint Down Housing Projects, man. Shout out to my homies as well. All right. I'm gonna open in 5 to 10. Let me warm it up. Good looking. For shake it out. Hey, can I go on motherfucking Clubhouse on my computer? I don't know what the topic is, Kim folks. Kamika Willis, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling? Send love, blessings, peace, prosperity, and all that good shit that we need more in our lives. You feel what I'm saying? Especially coming from where we come from. Well, I don't know what amazing sister come from. I'm just just generalizing and shit. Hey, can I do that StreamYard shit on my computer? I mean, not StreamYard, Clubhouse. Let me see. I think I can. Hold on. Welcome back. Enter your number. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I think we may have action. Okay. All right. So to anybody that's viewing this, I'm new to this Clubhouse situation. The last time that I was on Clubhouse, it was interacting with the Damu and Kiwi conversations via invitation from Spider Low. And my kinfolk set me up in this shit. So I got it pulled up on my computer. So this interview that I'm about to do with Smut Free TV, how can I do it from my computer and then stream it from StreamYard? Anybody know the logistics behind that? Most harbor area essays, NK in the Lokes and Damus in the harbor area pushed MKs since the early 2000s. Long Beach, St. Pedro, Wilmington, Carson. Big Nacho. I don't know if that's true. And I don't know if that has any validity to it because I haven't ran into no black gangs that push M blank. I never ran into them. They push that hood that they push that hood that they don't get along with blank. Okay. You know what I mean? I ain't never ran into a dude from Insane's 20s, Harbor City Crip or this, that, and third that said, oh man, I'm pushing, like, nah, so that's a false narrative, respectfully, Kim folks. Yeah, type it in on your laptop. I'm trying to. I got it on a laptop, man. I want to share this with y'all, man. But hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. How do I share this? Let's see if we can do it like this. Hey, what's the deal, y'all? I'm still hearing all this type of shit. Just I'm trying to figure this shit out so I can share this broadcast with y'all. So the brother or the sister or his team has provided me a link for Clubhouse. So I took that, I emailed it to myself, and I'm gonna click that on my computer, and it should take me there on the Clubhouse situation. Let's see if this works. I'm not a real technical type of dude, man. I know how to do the basics and all this and all that. Like, let me see. All right, here we go. Let's see. Boom, it worked. Hold on. RSVP with your number. Man, they want a nigga to do a whole lot of shit, cuz. And I got 3 minutes. Hold on. Two minutes. Hold on 1 minute. I probably should have did a separate broadcast for this. Let me see. I'm gonna share a screen. Hold on, let me get my other earphones for my iPhone and all this and all that. So give me a minute. Yo, I'm back, y'all. Just trying to get this shit situated and set up. And I'm gonna end this broadcast and I'm about to come back. I'm gonna do another broadcast so this motherfucker don't go too long. So to all my people, y'all still be blessed, you know, an abundance of love. I'll be right back. Tune in on your player partner and let's get into this Clubhouse interview.